Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Welcome to Create at 8 this beautiful Sunday fall evening. Let me pull it up here. There we go. Come on in and say hi when you're here. Hi, Tony. And Deneen. Hi, Deneen. Congratulations on your event. So happy for you guys. Come on in and say hello. I have a fun fold for you tonight. One of my new faves. I am so happy to be here. I am cold, but I'm happy to be here. I guess I got used to the Florida heat, but it's chilly here. Got on jeans and long sleeves. Holy cow. Hi, Millie. Welcome. Come on in. All right. We drove through the night. We arrived here about 1:45 this morning, and I was happy to crawl into my bed. Hi, Lorraine. Hey, Jen. Just got to see Jen and give her a big squeeze down there in Florida at Epcot. All right, so we're going to start tonight with this beauty that was waiting for me when I got home. Oh, the angels were singing. This is a new Stampin' Trimmer. You guys can't really see it this well, because my camera's really zoomed in. This is the beautiful new Stampin' Trimmer that is came out, and we were able to pre-order as demonstrators, and it will go live on November 1st. It is beautiful. Hi, Lena. Happy Thanksgiving up there in Canada. Thanks for stopping in. Are you full of turkey and mashed potatoes? So this is, like I said, our new Stampin' Trimmer. It just debuted, and we are loving it. I got to try it out on the cruise when we went to the Greek Isles, and it was really cool because we got to make lots of suggestions, and Stampin' Up! Really took our suggestions to heart and kind of tweaked it a little bit, and now it's here. It's beautiful, and it cuts like a dream, cuts like butter. So these the blades that are on here, you can see this has a much thinner track here, and this track does not come out like the other one. You used to flip it and the track fell out all the time. Well, this one is nice and stable, which I love, and it still has a scoring blade and the cutting blade on here together. So remember, light is always the score, dark is the cutting. It has everything broken down into 8ths and 16ths, which is terrific. And it has the arm, mine's still tight because it's brand new, has the arm that just pops right in. Really, really nice. Goes all the way up to 17 inches. I mean, how gorgeous. Can you stand it? So this will be available for anyone who's not a demonstrator customers on November 1st. So we're going to be using this tonight because it just came out of the box today. Hi, Shelly. Welcome, welcome. All right, so you guys want to see tonight's card? I have this beautiful, let me move my trimmer. Oh, let me show you the replacement blades. These are the blades. They come in a multi-pack of 4, and they are really beefy. I love these, so check it out. All right, so we're going to use Gather Together tonight, and this is a fun fold card that Rachel Tessman actually had a really cool design that she did for Halloween, and my friend Tamara Davis just did one with the Winter Frost paper, which was gorgeous. So this one, you can see, has some leaves and pumpkins on the front, and when you open it up, it folds out and extends that gorgeous designer series paper. Isn't that cool? I love it. So it's a great way to get to see even more of that designer paper. So let me show you how to do this. I'm going to give you all the measurements. So you're going to need, for this one, I used the pumpkin design from this piece of designer series paper from the Gather Together suite. So we're going to use this one, which was really tough for me because this gingham is one of my favorites. So then I'm going to bring in some Pear Pizzazz, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. Sorry. Hey, Maria. Hope you girls had fun this weekend. All right, then you're going to need a piece of Whisper White. Now the Whisper White is going to measure 5 1/4, and it's going to measure just one little tick mark past 1 3/4, which is 1 and let's say 13/16. So don't get a little, don't get Twitter pated. Just go a little tad past 1 3/4, and that's how wide this is. So 1 and 13/16 by 5 1/4. And then you will need a piece of, or some scraps of Cajun Craze, Pear Pizzazz, and Mint Macaron. And then I will show you, there's another piece we're going to need in just a minute, but I'm going to have to show you after we cut our designer paper. All right, so we're going to get our card base. We're going to get that cutting blade out of the way. And we are going to score our card base at 1 1/2 right here. So fun getting used to a new one. 1 1/2 and at 4 1/4. Gotta look at my measurements so I don't mess this up. 4 1/4. So that's our regular center line on that 8 1/2, and then 1 1/2 inch panel over here. And then we are going to give that a fold in the middle. And then we will fold this little section here and back. And this is our front panel. All right. All right, let's set this guy aside. Now, we're going to cut our designer series paper. Now, you really need to pay attention for this one. Ask me how I know. Because I thought I was being really smart. And, yeah, not so much. So, pay attention to this one. This designer series paper is 6 inches wide and 5 1/4 inches tall, and you're going to cut it into 3 sections, but you're going to cut them in order because you want your pattern to match up across the paper. So your score marks are 2 3/4, 1 1/8, and 2 1/8. So I thought I was being really smart when I did it the first time, and I cut them a little wonky. So we're going to do 2 3/4 first, okay? 2 3/4. Then I'm going to scoot it over, and I'm going to do it at 1 1/8 right here. I gotta get used to this. 1 1/8. There we go. It was killing me on vacation knowing this was sitting here in a box at my house and I couldn't even touch it. I gotta say, I did miss stamping while I was gone. So 1 1/8. Hi, Deb. Oh, you're all crafted out. Oh, thanks. It's actually a Disney shirt with a Minnie Mouse on it. I forgot I owned it. I have so many. All right, 2 3/4, 1 1/8, and then 2 1/8, which should be, yep, perfect. So you only have to have that little leftover piece. So now you can see that all 3 of these the pattern will match up. Like so. So it'll go across, no, I did it wrong. It'll go across like this, see? It'll go across just like that. All right, so we match. Okay, then I have my other piece of Whisper White for the inside. Now, what I was saying about cutting another piece of cardstock once we had this cut, this piece needs a piece of coordinating cardstock to go on the back of it. So this particular piece is going to be 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut one to go on the back of that. Let's see. I think I'll just use some Pear Pizzazz this time. Last time, I'll show you. Last time I used a little piece of Mint Macaron, so it doesn't matter, just so it coordinates with your colors. So let's see where this one is. 5 1/4. Was it right? Yeah, 5 1/4. Yep, right there. And I'm going to cut it 2 3/4. So 5 1/4, 2 3/4. So this is going to match this piece here. Okay. So this is just a sturdy little piece that's going to go on that front section. All right. Now I'm going to need a little scrap of Whisper White, and I'm just going to punch out a circle with my Starburst punch. Set that little guy aside. That's going to sit right there. Now let's go ahead and assemble the card, and then we'll get to our leaves. So the first thing I want to do is make sure all my folds are burnished nice and crisp. And I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to start over here on the left-hand side, or in the middle of that panel, the left, you know what I mean, the left side of the back panel. That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm a little punchy because of the drive. So I'm going to start with this particular piece that is the which was it? 2 1/8, the 2 1/8 inch piece. Now, instead of doing what we would normally do, where I would line it up so it's even top, sides, and bottom, I'm going to scoot it over so it's close to the mid fold there in the center. So let me put some snail on there. Oop. I'm going to bring it over close to the fold, and I'm just going to try to even it up top and bottom, and then keep it close to the mid fold there. Like so. My head in the way? Hope not. There we go. All right, so that's our first piece. Now, I'm then going to come in and I'm going to do my front panel here, okay? So what I want to do here is I'm going to put some snail on just this little panel right here. And I will, I should put this on here first before we do that. I'm going to adhere my DSP to this piece here, to the little backing piece. We want to make sure we get that nice and straight. There we go. All right. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Before I do this one on the front, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this panel because I want to make sure the piece is even. The front piece is going to be even to cover this once we start. All right, so let's bring in our little pumpkins. Here they are. So I'm going to take the two little pumpkins here. I'm some Cajun Craze ink. And I'm going to just bring them down towards the bottom in the old place and stamp. And then I'm going to bring in my Pear Pizzazz ink, and I'm going to do this inside greeting. And the inside greeting says, "May this season bring you smiles and love that will last all year." So I've gone ahead and gotten that even on my block. Just gonna get a little Pear Pizzazz ink, bring it in. Probably big that I don't mess this up on camera, but hey, not too bad. Okay, get it a little dry. Scooch my ink over so I don't stick my elbow in it. It has happened. All right, we're gonna go ahead and adhere this piece. Now, we did this one so it was over towards the center. We're going to bring this one over about 1/8 of an inch, and we're just going to make it even between the little piece of designer paper here and the edge, just so it has a nice even little border on there like so. Glue that down like so. Okay, now we can bring this piece in. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our piece so that it is about 1/8 of an inch over from this side of the flap. And we want to, the reason we did it after we put that white piece down is we want to make sure, I can't talk and do this at the same time apparently. We want to make sure that it's going to cover this edge. So I'll just do it right about there. Yeah. Cool. Like so. Okay, so it covers the white, and when you open it up, it works. Okay, so then we'll open this up, and we're going to put this last little piece of paper right here towards that edge. So let's put some snail on there. Hi, Betsy. Thanks for coming. Alrighty. Ooh, come here. There we go. Like so. Alright. right, so there's all 3 pieces of our paper all on there, coordinated the way they're supposed to be. Now we're going to set this guy aside. All right, now part of this Gather Together bundle comes with the stamp set, which I love, and it also comes with coordinating framelits, or not framelits, dies, sorry. It comes with 3 different sized leaves and this large maple leaf here, and then a large pumpkin and 2 of the little double pumpkins here. Okay? Hey, Audra. Hi, Kathy. Welcome home. So this is kind of cool because you can do double duty with these little pumpkins, and these actually emboss and cut at the same time. So let's cut some of those. When we have the paper and the coordinating ribbon, the ribbon is gorgeous. The beautiful Cajun Craze twine, I have none. We used all of that I had in at the retreat, and I haven't ordered more. I completely forgot to put it on the order. But it comes bundled. So this gorgeous crumb cake ribbon is in there. Look at the satin edges. Isn't that pretty with the texture? And then it comes with the Cajun Craze baker's twine. Really, really pretty. All right, so I'm going to set that aside because we're not using that. And we have these wood elements, and it's just beautiful. Beautiful. So remember, you can get everything on the page right here for one big discount, 10% off. And you can get the Gather Together bundle of the stamp set and dies down here at the bottom, and get just those and not the consumables. All right, so let's bring in the big shot. Whoop. And the big shot. Now we're going to do a couple of different kinds of leaves. Where did I get the magnet? You know where this one came from? It comes in the Stampin' Up! Die now. Look. They are mounted on the magnet sheet when you get it, like that. And I just labeled it. Isn't that cool, Michelle? Hi, Jean. I love it. All right, so we want to do some leaves. So let's pull these 3 guys off. Set you aside. Now, I have my magnetic platform in here. I have my well-loved plates. You flip for now. All right. Thanks, Kathy. It's a little yeah, re-entry's a little hard. All right, I want to do, let's do a large one of the mint macaron. And then I'll do one of these little guys. And then I'm going to do my large one over here. All right, so I'm just going to run them all through at one time, like that. And I love it when it embosses at the same time. It's just beautiful. So, all right, 2, 3. I'll stick these back on there. And here are my leaves. Now check this out. Look how gorgeous. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at the veining in there. It's so pretty. Oh, love that. I know, Michelle, aren't they awesome? Okay, so I did those leaves, so I needed 3 of those. Now I need a large set of pumpkins and, a large pumpkin and 2 of the small pumpkins. So I'm just gonna bring in some Cajun Craze ink. Oh, Michelle, you're gonna love it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to just do color on color. So this is Cajun Craze ink on Cajun Craze cardstock. Do 2 of the small ones and 1 of the big ones that I covered up. Where is he? The little pumpkin. Am I looking at it, people? Oh, there he is. Because you guys can always see it when I can't. All right, and a large one. So, that guy away. Now, we're going to run this through with the dies. So we'll pull the big one and then one of the small ones. All right. Am I in the frame? I hope so. Yes. Yes. All right. So I'm going to put this on here. Just frame up those little pumpkins, and then I'll frame up the larger one. Like so. My head in the camera, like that. And we'll bring in our plate and run those through. Yeah, Tony, they have a little bit of a darker color, but the thing that it will do is it will make whatever the embossing on it is, it will make it deeper. It brings the tooth out in the cardstock, and if you spritz it, I use Stampin' Mist to spritz mine. You can use water too. They kind of give it a different look, but honestly, it does. It brings the embossing up in it, and it's really cool. You will get to see that soon in person. All right, so now we're going to do our Starburst here on the front. We're going to use some Pear Pizzazz ink, and we're going to use Season of Thanks, which I love. And I'm going to do it, oops, I really smushed that one. I'm going to do it over towards the left side in the center it up and down over towards the left side like that. Set that over there. Then I'm going to bring in one of my favorite pieces of this set. It's the little splatter. Can you see that? I love it. I'm going to bring in some mint macaron ink, and just for a little bit of interest to bring it in like on the Designer Series paper. See how it has a little bit of splatter? I'm going to do a little bit of mint macaron. I'm going to stamp off and just do a little light mint macaron splatter there, like that. Stamp off. And one more for good luck. There we go. All right, so see, it just adds a little bit of interest on there, which I really love. Okay, now we can start to assemble. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our card base, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of my Starburst. And I'm just going to do them kind of towards the middle. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to be able to tuck some leaves up underneath there, and I don't want to put them on first. I want to put this on and then do my placement of my leaves after. So we're going to bring in our card base, and I'm going to go over, and I'm just going to go over that fold, just to the edge of this fold right here. So, oops, that's straight, like so. All right, now, let me have to hold it in front of me. Not too bad. Now, I want to bring in my large maple leaf that's out of Cajun Craze, and I'm just going to put a little bit of snail back here on the back. Now, you can use glue dots, you can use whatever adhesive you'd like. I'm just going to put some snail back here since I'm just working on a video here. So we'll put it over here so it sticks off that edge. Then I want to bring in this Pear Pizzazz leaf. Man, I love that embossing. That is just gorgeous. Whoa. And these, you'll notice, these are just going down flat. So this one will just kind of be falling over here, like so. And we'll bring in this mint macaron leaf. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Like so. We'll tuck this guy up under here. Now that's pretty like it is, but I had to add some pumpkins. All right, so for this one, I'm going to put a dimensional over towards the right side back here, like that. And then I'm going to put some snail, oops, over on the left side, like that. Now I'm going to bring this in right about there. So it's covering, it's glued to my circle here. Then it's the dimensional brings it up so it's level with that starburst circle. Then I'm going to bring in my 2 little pumpkins. And I'm going to put 2 little dimensionals down here. Or 2 little. These are 2 big dimensionals. Thanks, Linda. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I really was itching to get back in the studio, not going to lie. All right. I'll put these guys here like so. There you have that. Cool, cool. Now, like I said, I used all that gorgeous twine, so we're going to use some linen thread, because linen thread is another one that's always on my desk because I love it, like this. So I'm going to do a double bow. So I'm just going to double my linen thread, like so. Then I'm going to do my bow like I normally would. I'll just pinch it, bring it around my thumb. Whoops, I went too far. Come back. I really wanted a little bow. I don't know why I'm using so much. There we go. Like so. Like that. And then I will pull it back. Now, one thing that's really cool to do with this when you're doing a double bow is just pull one of them a little bit so one loop is smaller. Can't remember where I learned that, but I thought it was a cool tip. Whoop, let's pull this one like that. See that? Alright, and then I'm just going to trim the ends off like so. And we will bring in a glue dot. Pick it up. And I'm going to put it right here on the top around my pumpkin stem, like that. Okie doke. Now, let's see. Let's add a little bit of bling. I brought in these. You can tell I've used a ton of these. We're going to use just a couple of these little round ones. Where are my snips? I'll use my snips, I guess. Are they laying here? Yes, they are. Oh, come on, people. Where to go? I don't know. I'll pick them up. What are you going to do? I had to come home and clean my desk off so I could work. One there, and then we need an odd numbers. Let's see. Let's put this one over here this time. Like that. All right, now I'm going to open it up because I didn't do this before. And I'm just going to do a little bit of splatter here. So this time I'm going to use the splatter again, and I'm going to use some Mint Macaron ink to get this design down this edge of my card. Now this one I stamped off. This side over here I'm going to do full strength because I wanted to bring that interest up and kind of just give this some color on this side on top of that pear pizzazz. So let's go ahead and do some over here. And you can do it all around, and it just really makes it have a little bit of attitude, if you ask me. I think it's a star, a little Klingon. All right, one more down there. Flip. Just like that. Okay, and there you have it. That's our really cool fun fold gather together card with that. I just love the way that the paper just flows. Isn't that pretty? I just love that. Okay, I like this one a little more because I need to move that over. See how this one it looks pretty even? This one, not so much. So I'll fix it. But anyway, that's how you do your trifold, or yeah, trifold card with your Designer Series paper. So there you go. All right, you guys, I want to remind you of a couple of things. One, tomorrow night is Tall Oak Stamp Camp here in Woodbridge. Starts at 7 o'clock if you want to join us. We're making some fun cards tomorrow night. You make 5 cards. It's $20 or free with a $25 purchase, so you can get lots of things that you would love to have. Don't forget, this Saturday is the next, it's the October Christmas stamp camp here at my house, and you'll need to be sure to RSVP for that because space is definitely limited. So Christmas card stamp camp this weekend. This one's free with a $40 order or $35 without the order. You'll make 16 cards for each of 4 designs, and it's a lot of fun. We have lots of fun people who come to that one. Don't forget, next week on the 22nd is Winter Fun Frame class. I'll be posting a photo of that soon. And I will be back for Facebook Live again on Thursday, if not before, because I have some really cool ideas for you. So I want to share those. If you need anything at all, remember, don't forget, you can go to my online store 24/7. It's always open. Lights are always on. And this is October's host code. It's also posted at the top of my Facebook page here in case you need it. So be sure to use that so you'll get the free gift in the mail from me. All right. I think that's all I have for you tonight. I will be going down to toast the Redskins because they finally won today. So Mike and I are going to spend a little time together since we were with family all weekend. All week, we're going to go have a glass of wine and just chill for a little bit. So thanks for popping by and joining me, and I will catch you again soon. Have a wonderful week ahead. Love you guys. Bye.